Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? So, I'll apologize real quick. I will never be dial a psychic, I guarantee you. I've always got a list. You got bumped up to the top, but I had to be off a few days because my husband's been on strike and he's been home and away and blah, 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 blah. Can't work when he's in here. So I do apologize for that. I don't think I've done a reading for you before, so I like to explain real quick how this works. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. I try to describe the picture the best that I can. They never waste a message. There is always a reason for whatever they show or say. So if it doesn't make any sense now, keep it in mind, because you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later and go, ah, I know what he's talking about. This is not an exact science. We communicate the best way we can. So sometimes you got to stretch it outside the box a little bit. It won't give me all the details because the details are none of my business. He'll give me just enough so you know what he's talking about. So we're going to talk. When they get close, my head starts itching like I have head lice, so I'll be scratching the whole darn time. I don't know why we can't get that straightened out. Their energy makes me itch. So we're going to talk to Dad. He's coming. He's talking. He's saying, hum, 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 hum. And then he says hummus. I don't know if you eat hummus. You're eating hummus right now. I don't know what it is with the hummus. He doesn't feel like the kind of person that ate hummus himself. Look at you all grown up and pretty. And pretty special. So, so he's standing there with his hands on his hips, not like not in that way. It's he's wiggling his hips like hip, 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 and then he does like the four corners, like hip up here, then it's over here, and then it's back here, and then it's back here, and he's just like it's his own little dance. Like I'm not going to get up and show you my hips. You don't want to see my hips. I don't know if he used to dance like this for you, or maybe you did it for him, or he'll give me a couple of things during this to validate that it's him, and the rest of it he'll be talking to you because I don't want to spend the whole reading validating things because to me that's other mediums do that and they're patting themselves on the back going, oh, look what I can do. It's more proving themselves than getting their message across. He's quite the character. Now he's singing the song, He Loves You. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's a Beatles song. So, probably before your time. But he's singing it in a cute little way. Do it again. He's going, He loves you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's doing it over and over. He loves you very much. He says, love never dies. It, love never dies. It only grows older. Not sure what he means by that. You are special to me. Did you really think I'd just disappear and forget about my love for you? Doesn't work that way. Something about a hammock. I don't know if you guys had a hammock like when you were younger, and this feels like a memory for him, something about a hammock. Maybe you have one now. He could just be validating that he knows you have one. And now I feel like it's a memory. It's something you guys had when you were younger. He's shown me out in the yard. First it looks like it's on a stand by itself, then it looks like it's tied between two trees, so I don't know. Okay, so there's a strong smell about him, and it's not BO or anything like that. It's more like, first I was gonna say smoke, like almost like you've been in the campfire, like covered in smoke. And then I thought, no, it's more of a musky, I don't know that it would be cologne. It doesn't smell like cologne. It smells more like something musky. Of course, there is musky cologne. I don't know. But there was a smell about him. Maybe not all the time. And again, it's not body odor type stuff. You will get that smell. You have gotten that smell. You just maybe didn't realize what it was. Usually you'll get just a little whiff of it. Sometimes they bring it in really strong. Usually it's a little whiff. You can be in the store, you can be outside, you can be in your car, you can be in your house. It doesn't matter where you're at, and you get that whiff, you'll know what the smell is. Validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more if you want more. That's him stopping in to say, I love you, I'm still here. He says you can lean on Daddy's shoulder. You still can. I promise you it. Okay, hang on. I promise you 1,000%. He can hear you, he can see you. Talk to him all you want to. And no, he says, and no, you're not bothering him. Now he's got a big wrench, and he's got a socket. He's got a ratchet. Couldn't think of the word. And he's clanking them together. So you will hear, now maybe he worked with his hands, maybe he worked with tools. Okay. Imagine the sound of the ratchet and this big ass wrench clanking together. It probably will not be very loud. It'll probably be just the tink of it. But that would be a distinct sound. I always ask them for signs to do something unique, because everybody knows about the feathers and the cardinals and all that. Something unique for you. So the clink of those two, if you have those, go out in your garage and clank them together so you know what that noise sounds like. Again, it could be in the car, in the store, doesn't matter. You could be walking through the store and hear somebody over in the automotive section clinking tools. That's still a sign. Again, validating. Let him know that you know that's him stopping in. I just got a really high pitch in my ear. The higher the pitch, at least for me, everybody's different, is archangels, higher ups. But that wasn't an archangel doing that, because they know how to control it. The lower it gets is more getting to our loved ones, because their vibration is, of course, lower than an archangel. Nothing bad about it. It's just, we just don't vibrate as high as an archangel when we get there. But that just kind of went whoop, and then it came back down. So watch for that. Whenever that happens, and it'll be in one ear. Whenever that happens, pay attention to what is going on around you right at that moment. If you're driving down the road, the name of the song on the radio, the artist name on the radio, the words that are being sung at that moment, or could be a billboard or a bumper sticker, or the tag in front of you could have a significant number on it. Just immediately go, okay, what am I supposed to be looking at? They're getting my attention for some reason. Now I forgot where else he was going. Okay. Now he's sitting cross-legged on the floor, and he has what I would call a Native American. Let's see if he's smoking it or blowing it. It's like it's some kind of a pipe. It's got a feather dangling down from the end of it. Well, first I thought it was gonna have like a bowl on the end of it, like a peace pipe, but then it almost looks like a flute type thing. He's he's not explaining. So I don't know if he had some Native American blood in him, or maybe you've been to something like this lately, or you have Native American in you. I don't know. They don't always explain. That's why I call it charades. Now, well, now he's got his fingers over it, like plugging up the holes like a flute. Maybe you've just been. I have a CD, Native American flute music, so maybe you've listened to something like this. He says, "Don't put the cart before the horse." So there's something you're trying to do, maybe too fast, or haven't thought it all the way through, that you're just charging on to the end of it, and there's something you need to. Oh, good grief! I'm muttering. Something you're not doing in the right order. And I'm asking him some questions, and he's not answering them. So I cannot. I can ask him all the questions I want to. I can't force him to answer. It's his show. It's his ball game. Totally up to him. So I did notice that he had kind of stubble on his face, and you're going to feel that. And he used to like to rub it on your face, like he's saying, even on your shoulder. You could even feel it here. That he used to like rub it on everybody, like rub it, like give little beard burns or whatever you call them. So you will feel that now, and it may not feel very strong, but when he does it, it could. You should be able to feel the stubble, or it could just get hot here. Everybody receives the energy different. So I cannot say for sure exactly how you will feel it, because you won't feel it like I feel it. It could get really hot there. It could feel like a bug crawling or anything like it. Like, you do that and you can't get it off. It could feel like that. I'm just going to tell you that I am muttering. I think I need more coffee, not less coffee. So he's bringing you all types of signs. Okay, not sure the significance of this, but I just got this stabbing pain right here, just like, oof, just, I don't know if this is something that happened to him when he passed, because it's still hurting, like really strong, just all of a sudden. Or maybe you have trouble with this. Know that everything's okay. You're worrying more than you should. Let me help you. So whatever Dad was good at here, ask him to help you with that. Always tell people, if Uncle Joe didn't have a pot to piss in, he's not any smarter up there when it comes to finances. So don't ask Uncle Joe for help with finances down here. You ask them for help with something they were good at when they were here, because it's something they'll understand. So So there's something he feels that he wants to help with. Ask him, giving permission. They cannot override your free will choice. You have to ask, and then you have to allow it. My guides sit up there and they go, Rhonda, we told you not to do that, but I have free will choice to say no and do it the way I shouldn't. And there's nothing they can do about that. Okay, there's something about the 10th of a month. Now, of course, my calendar's open to April. The 10th of a month. He's acknowledging somebody's birthday, somebody's anniversary, some significance about the 10th of a month. Maybe something happened on the 10th of this month. He could have left on the 10th of a month. He's not saying why. I do wish they would explain more. It's his show. Something about, he's like jogging your memory, like, you need to pay that insurance. You need to pay that insurance. Don't forget to pay the insurance. He's talking, he's showing me this tree. It's not just a tree. There's something special about this tree. Now he's showing a rope swing hanging from this tree, but it's not like a big elm tree. It's more shaped like this. There's something significant about this tree. You guys used to play under this tree all the time. Did he hang a swing in this tree for you when you were younger? It's something about, I don't think it's about the tree now. I think it's about the tree back in the day. Some kind of a special place. Oh, now he's singing a song. There she goes, just walking down the street, singing "Do wah diddy do." She looks good. Hmm? I can't remember the name of the song, and I don't have Alexa in this room. But go Google that song. There's always a meaning for anything they show or say. I don't know if he's still referring to this tree, but ooh, yikes. You know how, I have no idea how old you are. I don't look at anybody's Facebook because it messes things up for me. Back in the day, it might be when I was young. And I never had it done to me, but, like the older people would say, walk out to that tree, get your own switch and bring it back here. You're going to get punished. And it's like he's got a long switch. It's not like a hard twig. And he's peeling the bark off of it and he's making it where it's really going to sting. But I don't feel like he hit you with it. Like maybe it was a threat, and he's kind of smiling. It's like, like maybe that was a threat that he used to kind of scare you when you were little. It's like, oh, I'm in trouble. Dad's mad. And it might have something to do with that tree. Gotta keep, like, grandma. So maybe you had a grandma that did that to you. Okay, so he says you're finding some kind of strange little weed, leaf, flower, something in weird little places. And he drew my attention to this one. which happen to be in a strange place right now. So it'll be something along this line, but you're finding it like sometimes my truck will be locked, windows all up, and I'll find something on my dash, a leaf or something. So it's going to be something like that you're going to find in strange places. So know that he's validating that's him and grandma. I don't know if he's talking about his grandma, your grandma, but somebody that would be tied to him. He's not letting me see her clear enough. Shorter than him. He's a man. Most women are shorter, but like a lot shorter. I can't see her real clear. She's not real skinny, but she's not overweight. Elderly when she left. So he's validating that she's with him, and she's here for you too. And she's waving, "Hi, dearie." I love you. Tell her we're here for her. So that almost sounds like we're here for you. They're not coming to get you. It's not that way. Whenever you need something, call on them. Seriously, call on them. He says there's something you've been wanting to complete. Like you get a certificate or maybe a diploma or some kind of like paper type acknowledgement at the end of it. Something, I don't know if he's validating that you're working on this or that you should be working on this. He says whether you believe you can or not, you should go ahead and do it. You will complete it. It's not that hard. You're a smart girl. He's being really secretive about all of his answers. It's, and it may not even be anything that's going to like get you this big career, this big salary, or anything like that. It could be something very, very simple where you're just going to get a paper certificate. He says it doesn't matter about the money. Do it for yourself. Do it because you want to. Take the baby steps if you need to. Don't worry about what other people think. It's not for them, it's for you. Make your heart feel good. It'll make your heart feel good. And he's almost showing it like you could frame it and put it on the wall. And he's saying over and over and over. So maybe there's several of these little classes or whatever they are that you need to go get this little certificate. It will make you feel more complete. Just do it. Honor thyself. Do it for you. And he says something about the Westminster Dog Show. I don't even know if they still have that anymore. Don't even know if that's related to the certificate. He could just be acknowledging something about a dog. So he comes over here and he hugs me, but it's one of those side hugs where he put his arm around behind me and his hand came here and kind of squeezed, around from behind me, kind of squeezed. Okay. And he laid his head right here on my head, put his arm around me, he squeezed into him. You will feel that. Anything they do to me while I'm doing a reading is for you. So you could feel, I don't know if that has anything to do with that headache or that real sharp pain that I got, but you could feel the pressure of him, like leaning his head down here. You'll feel the pressure of his hand over here squeezing you. You could feel the warmth of his arm going behind you. It can feel like goosebumps. It can feel like hot. It can feel just like pressure. And I usually tell people, usually it feels like a balloon or a bubble or something kind of pushing on you, kind of just that change in the pressure. If that is associated with that sharp pain, let them know that it hurt. Sometimes when they try really hard, they use too much of their energy, if that makes sense, because we're pure energy. We don't have that heavy old falling apart body anymore. And sometimes when they try really hard, it can hurt a little bit. So just let him know, that's a little too strong. Please back off a little bit. That kind of hurt. Do it easier. I think sometimes they don't realize their own strength. You're beautiful, but you always have been in my eyes. I have been around a lot. But his is like, I don't know if you actually feel his presence, but it's just like, it's different. It's different. If I can explain it. Just like he's there, and it's soft, and it's loving, and it's not even the protector. It's, I'm here for you. I'm just waiting. I'm here for you. Know that you can do the impossible. And just remember, I love you. So again, he wants me to reiterate with that. Can't talk. I'm not used to being in this room. The light's all weird and wonky. So's my teeth. He wants me to say it again. I promise you he can hear you and see you. Promise you 1,000%. Talk to him. He wants you to talk. It's like he's just standing there waiting for you to talk to him. You don't even have to talk out loud. We can talk telepathically. We can talk to real people telepathically. Well, he is talking about feathers. So watch for the feathers. When you find them in a kind of a strange place, you get out of your vehicle and you look down and there's some big feather. Now, you're underneath a tree and there's a bird's nest up there. That doesn't count. I have found feathers just in my car. It's like, where did this come from? Found feathers in my drinks. So know that when you find them, you'll just know. You'll just know. When you see it, you go, okay, I know that's for me. I collect them. I put them in, I have a place where I put them. Okay, my dear. With that, he's leaving. He's not very talkative. He kind of keeps a lot of his answers to himself, and that is totally up to him. I can't make him. He said he kept a lot to himself when he was here too. A lot that people didn't know about. With that, he's leaving, and now I didn't see the dog before. There's a dog following him, black, kind of Labrador size, kind of sort of Labrador shape, but Labs are kind of thicker. This one's kind of skinnier, short, slick hair. I think somebody got it as a puppy, but it's older. But anyway, this dog is with him, so he wants somebody to know that he has their precious fur baby with him. I love you, baby girl, and I am watching out over you. And everything's going to be all right. And it's almost like he was wanting to sing a song with that. Okay, him, the grandma, and this dog are walking away. Okay, much love to you, dear. Thank you for being patient. My husband's been home way too much lately. Gets in my way of work. Sorry about that. But everything happens for a reason. See you later. Thank you very much. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.